I got a cap still. Broken gameplay, but sure as shit we'll get engineering. Sure.
Space Industries. Enjoy the ride.
All right, we are we've broken down all the ships, not broken them, but
fuel is at 100%.
okay, everything's at 100%. We're gonna get out of here. We're gonna go and make the rounds and pick up our stuff. This may not be the right size ship to do it in, but I'm just getting backpacks full of stuff, right? Yeah. So. Most of the stuff I'm going after is backpackable.
On behalf of Crusader Industries, I'd like to thank you for visiting us. Safe travels.
See if I get a warning. Oh, I'm in drift mode. I didn't know I could land here. Looks like I can land here. I never landed here before. So, let's take a look at it. I'm going to keep that up because I'm going to load these storages up with my stuff I'm going to go collect. We're going to collect the stuff, get ready for the update, because I don't know when the update's coming, but I just don't like to, you know, I don't want to lose my ship stuff and things like that. Well, this is interesting. It's like a landing pad. You got a little, you could have like a little mini football field here. Do like a half-court football field. Wow, you got a nice lounge area with teak wood. What? And a pond? Any fishies? No, no fishies. Look at this place. Oh, wow, you can actually run off the edge here. Now, I wonder if that's where Crusader is. No, I don't think it is. It's too close to the... That's Providence right there. And then over here, let's see if we can spot where Cloud, or whatever they call that place that's supposed to be. You know, this is cool. I never knew that I could land on some of these platforms. I thought, oh, if you get too low, it's just going to kick you out. But this is really cool. And see, they should have delivery missions going here. There's so much gameplay they could be adding instead of features. You know, to me, engineering is a feature. It's not gameplay. And engineering is just going to come out initially as being broke to begin with, because of the fact that there's no NPCs, there's no blades to run to help single players who've invested, and I'm one of those, who have invested a lot of money in the CIG just to have them make our ships obsolete. Now, I'm aware of the argument that, oh well, you guys shouldn't be able to, fly those ships around, independently, but yet we should be able to. Not with it spontaneously combusting. Now, going into a war situation, see, these are going to be nice. Oh yeah, see, these are set to be activated eventually. That's cool. Okay, I likes. Now, see, these should be active, and they probably will in the game when the game comes out, or close to 1.0. They'll get all this stuff. I don't know if they will, because they keep adding features that, to me, are just time sinks. They just eat up time. They burn your day away. I watched a guy. He was going to go do a simple thing. Bear with me here. Well, I do a lot of complaining on this game. I will say this. I'm not really complaining. I'm just, pointing out facts. But it took him... What's in here? Is this open? No. Can I squeeze this? Yes, I can. And he and his crew, it took them a minimum. Actually, he even said it was over an hour before they even got out and got together and took off in their ship to actually head to the destination they were heading to. And that doesn't include the time that whatever they're going to do. I just laughed at, and I went to another video, but I don't watch these videos all the way through anymore, because I start to watch them if they got something interesting that they're doing, something new. But I will say this: there's nothing. Let's see if it'll let me fly up here. Okay. So I can sit here. I can land here. I don't know if my landing gear is down anymore. Yeah, it's down. Okay. Wow, I moved pretty quick for having landing gear down. But, the game already is filled with time sinks in it. Engineering. Now, engineering, your ship, a capital ship, should be able to last several battles. I'm not saying getting just full on destroyed, tanked, or anything like that, but it should be able to take a lot of damage, especially a Perseus, especially the fighters, because and this has been the complaint in the new update, is that the time to kill has been greatly reduced, because these guys, especially if they shoot you, if you're in a joust situation, they're shooting you in the nose and they get the better of you, they can put you instantly in critical meaning there's no return. Your ship is going to blow up. And CIG, it's like I don't know if they actually have like a structured board. Okay, before we put this in, we need to have this established before we, you know, throw this at the player base, right? I don't think they have that. I really don't. Oh, did that turn my engines on? I guess it did. Sounds like it did. But the truth of the matter is that they don't have a lot of things. See, they're implementing a lot of stuff, and everybody, oh, you got to implement. No, that said, no video game designer ever. They always put in. They always have a system of what they're going to do. You know, or a plan of action, if you will, a PLA. You know, they've always got a plan of action, what they're going to do. Okay, I know what that's going to look like. What's this off to the side here? This is quaint. Nice little maintenance area, rock garden. Yeah, I'm just discovering that you can land on these pads. I used to land on the little floating barges all the time. That was fun. You just cruise on the barges. See if we can spot one. Maybe we'll try and land on it. Just go walk around on it. Oh, not this way. See, I always think I gotta go to the back, kind of like my the Quantum stopping with. This is such a good-looking ship. Here's what they do good, and this is why they make so much money. Look at this ship. This heavy fighter. Look at those big old beastly guns. But where they fail, and fail miserably, is they start implementing features like engineering that literally is going to shut people out of certain ships that they paid hundreds, and dare I say, in some cases, thousands for. Now, I don't mind that they have engineering coming in, but you got to have the protocols in place that allow me to have an AI blade also monitor my ship, and to have like extinguish. You know, we're in the 30th century supposedly, and I already know that, you know, certain vehicles, you know, depending on how big they are, ships and all, they have automated, you know, fire suppressant. Not us. We got the 20th century, even though we're in the 21st century right now. This is a 20th century device right here. And I'm like, okay, so you're going to implement this. It's coming. And all it's going to do, I watched a guy, he was in a Clipper. And he's like, well, I want to show you what happens, you know, that you can get your ship and repair. I just watched the video a moment ago. You know what? As a matter of fact, I should pull up here. Hold on here. Bear with me here. Bear with me. Bear with me. Let me see if I can find this here. Okay, let me go to my history. I could actually play it and slip this over the screen right now, but we're not going to. We're just going to continue down here. Burnt Peanut. Burnt Peanut, I enjoy watching that guy. That guy cracks me up. And yes, he is the P-tuber. So this changes everything is the title of the video. It's got like 800 plus views. Solo engineering in the Drake Clipper. Dude, it was a total fail. The guy didn't admit it. He's like, but I'm excited for it. It's a total fail. He's just trying to get his ship to catch fire. First he tries it with NPCs, and they just destroy him. There's nothing you can do. You know, he gets them on him, and then he sets it up to where they can, you know, shoot him and stuff like that. So we just came from that one. Or no, we came from this platform. Now my question is what platforms will we get told to get the hell out of the way for? And I think they're down below, lower. But what I'm looking for is I'm looking for Crusader, or where our hotel would be. If I'm not mistaken, that's generally out this way. Perhaps. It's a double. But, you know, he gets out there, and he gets insta-killed. He doesn't get the fire. You know, he did get fire. He got all this fire, but the fire, you know, they kept shooting him. And they kept lighting him on fire. So that was obviously a fail on his part, you know. But what he did do is then he said, okay, I'm going to take I'm going to park this ship somewhere, and I'm going to come out there. And he went out there with an ion. So I'm going to put a couple of rounds on it and try and get to catch fire, you know, so I can put it out, see if I can, you know, get the ship back up and running. Fair enough. He tries to do that, and even with the ion, it insta kills him. Not with one shot, but he hits one shot, two shots, and he keeps going in. Looking, is there any fire? Nope, no fire. Checks his problems, controls and all that, and his engineering terminal saying everything's all hunky dory. Then he runs back out, gets into his ion, shoots it. All of a sudden, kaboom! It just blows up. And what they don't realize is that with engineering, you want to kill somebody quick. Just make sure you have the better. Is this it? Let's see if I get too low. If it tells me to get the hell out, then you'll know. So it's not telling me to get the hell out. There's a landing pad there and a landing pad here. Can we land on these landing pads? See, I'm just learning this as, I was just getting ready to head to all the systems and go collect my shit, before the patch comes through, and yet here I am. I'm learning that, hey, I can land on these different cityscapes, right? So no warning to get the hell out of Dodge. See if there's any interiors around here. We'll take a look. Why not? I'm just talking anyway, pretty much. So he shoots his ship. Total failure for him to, just catch his ship on fire like he did when he was in the firefight with the NPCs. And he was trying to do it under a controlled situation. Okay, fire one shot. No fires. No, and he'd check his terminal. Hardly any damage. Oh, okay, I'll go fire. I'll fire. Boom! He just completely, total hard death. Instant hard death. Of course, what he didn't realize is he's shooting the ship in the front. That gets me back to the point I was making just before we landed. If you shoot a ship like that head on, or let's say you're in a military ship and this guy's coming by doing a strafing run on you, if you got a turret operator that can just hit him in the front, it is so quick to insta-death these guys. So turn this on. And the funny thing is people are still there making these apologists are still making these videos. They don't see that, hey, they haven't though come up with the the mechanics to where people that have these ships can actually have their blades and their AI NPCs doing the repair, which to me is just insane. Absolutely insane. Now I'm just checking these to see what is out here on these deals. So here, okay, we got to. Okay, so now this is designed. I'll bet you these are like let's see. These are designed to eventually be activated. Look at these doors. So eventually there'll be. See, this is the stuff they should be working on. Putting in gameplay. All right, we got this loot. That's what they should. To make a game, you have to have game play, and then you can add features. Features later. There's no need to add a feature that's basically going to break. In my case, probably about 40% of my fleet, because I'm I'll show you some other things I know is going to affect the outcome of stuff with your ships. I wonder if there's an elevator up to that pad up there. Just curious. And look, there's a whole nother level over here. But, it is what it is. It's the way this company is doing things. I don't think they have like a structure, as in the video game industry, they used to do things called storyboards, just like in a movie or a film. You have to set the stage for certain things. Wow, I'm almost a click away. I'm half a click away, huh? So we can go running all day. I don't think I'm going to have any access into anything. And now maybe that is the one I'm looking for. I'm trying to find out where Cloud View is, I think it is. It's hard at night, especially, because I can't really see the shapes of them. I just see silhouettes. But, Yeah, so, you know, they got all these features coming in, and they're putting these features on top of things that they still haven't fixed. Elevators are still buggy. Getting cargo for a whole sea and unloading it is still buggy. See, those are the things that you troubleshoot along the way. First, fix the issue. But these guys are so into, you know, it's a marketing ploy in a way, because it's not proper developmental mindset. It's not proper. It's a marketing mindset these guys have. We got to put something out so they think that we're moving forward. Okay, engineering. Okay, engineering means your ship, potentially just out of use, is going to spontaneously combust, and you're going to get an alarm. Oh, your ship's on fire. And I'll show you how that's going to work. And I understand how it's going to work, and I'm already starting to practice trying not to, you know, have myself in that situation. Now, could it be there? I'm trying to look at the buildings to see if they look anywhere familiar. No, that one, that pad's a little too big. So just so you guys know, here's the new flight model that's coming out. This is what you're going to have to deal with. Let's go here. And we'll look at it in the ship here. Man, I dig this ship. Isn't that a pretty ship? It's a gorgeous ship. Let me drop this window here. Bear with me here. Sorry about that. Drop this back down. But yeah, let me give you that name again. So if you want to go check out this video, I mean, the guy was making an honest effort, and he's totally positive. This changes everything. Solo engineering in the Drake Clipper. So his pin title is "This Changes Everything," and the title of the video though is "Solo Engineering in the Drake Clipper -4.5 Star Citizen." Well, you know, after it's all said and done, after he fails to accomplish what he wants to accomplish, because his ship just blew up immediately, and I'll tell you why his ship blew up, and he may not know it, but the reason why his ship blew up is because he was shooting it at the front. First he went to the back, but then he started shooting at the nose, and they've already shown in other videos that shooting these ships in the nose puts them in catastrophic failure. Just instant. You know, you can only take so many rounds at the straight, right into the nose of your ship. Finally figured out how to get that. There's no icon box like the square. There's no square like that to lift this out. You just had to, I had to go down just right to get it here. My phone just chirped at me. I might get up to go take a look at it when we jump. We're going to jump soon. So in a way, it's kind of sad that they're just stomping on us with all these features, but the gameplay loop for the features is not even implemented, which means, you know, yes, the feature of engineering is upon us, but the blades, for those of us, because most players here, you know, for those of us who want to run solo, we're SOL. Now, I don't always like to run solo. I'm a member of an org, a really good org, I might add. And if you're ever interested in an org, Red Legion is a fantastic org, especially if you're more industrial-minded. Like, you know, I like to do a lot of cargo hauling, and I actually started out mining. That's how I got involved with Red Legion, because Red Monster likes to focus on mining, which there's nothing wrong with that. Mining is good. Mining is a good thing, okay? But, you know, the gameplay with mining has been in such a state of flux that I've told a lot of those guys, you know, that have asked me, oh, where you been? I've just said, look, man, I'm going to wait until they dial in mining before I start learning something, getting dialed in with it, only to find out, oh, we changed it! You know, you guys don't have this already set up. You don't have an idea of how you want your flight model to be, let alone. You know, this flight model got changed. This mode, and then having to switch to this mode. You know, and of course in the 30th century, Jesus, if you hit a quantum drive, you can't have a shield. Oh, hell no. You know, we're in the 30th century. We didn't engineer that. You know, 30th century. That's 9 centuries from now. 9+ centuries, because we're only in the, you know, what, 2126? Or 2026? 21st century? You know, these guys...
Shields throttle.
So... I'm still trying to find some time. Okay, that's the landing. Could be here. See, at night, this is what you have to do just to find things, but that could be it. See, it's something similar to this. Oh, landing here. Burp, burp, burp. Okay, so, our engines, see how that throttle goes up? And it's easier to show here. If I hit the thrusters, see how that? See how I stayed in the middle? Now let's say I'm up here. See, I'm right in the red. See the red up above that line? Oh, shit. You definitely don't want to be in the red while flying this ship. Okay, so this one has landing pads all over it as well. So we should be able to fly through here. They have landing pads, we can fly through. We can do flyby. Key is where is our spot that we like to... Isn't this out here? But you're going to want to keep your ship below the red, even on manual throttle. So if we go into jump mode, see, I can take this up. No, it's going to kick up here in a second. There we go. So I can take this up to here. This is where you want to accelerate. You don't want to accelerate fast because that's going to put wear and tear on your engine. You get it into the red. Your optimum is in the green. So once you get above green, that's how you keep your ship in ship shape. Right there. So this is our flight model. If you don't want your components to spontaneously or to wear out fast, you can get up here. Is that a landing pad? So I get here, so I can obviously land here as well. But I don't have any access to elevators, so I can't really find it at night. So we're gonna jump. We'll talk a little more about this. Who's this? 890 jump. Speaking of jump, 890 jump. Let's get out of here. Let's go to full cruise control. Okay. We're gonna have to do multiple stops for fuel. Because I will tell you this right now. Oh, this ship can do 1405. But, you know, we're in the 30th century, and of course, you can't have any shields. You know, I don't care if they shut down my weapons at this speed. But no shields? That's like saying, oh, I'm sorry, you're traveling at a high rate of speed, we're going to shut your airbags off. What? What? But hey. It's the logic of the programmers at Star Citizen. Okay, we'll let them be them. There's the next gateway. We want this. So we're gonna jump to this bad boy. Gonna kill the cruise control.
Drive is now on.
Oh, dang, I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty! My guy is thirsty! I don't get sucked. Oh, what? Where are all my drinks? Oh, there they are. You scared me. You were scaring me, weren't you? I see how it is. Let's take one. Boop. Escape. This. And there we go. We'll take a drink. Okay, now we're in position. Man, I look like I've had a lobotomy. Look at that brow line. Or that forehead. Look at that. Yeah, I just had my skull opened up right there and they put an implant in. Oops, sorry. So we're gonna... We'll drink this one down too. So I want to see if it'll do it with 3. See if you stack 2 empty cans in your core armor. I think you do it in the leg armor too, but every time you pull one out, you're gonna get a drink. Well, that should top me off on all my fluids, and they should hold a lot longer. So when you top your fluids and food off with actual food and fluids, holds out a lot longer than if you just do an IV. You get your Pedialyte from the hospital bed. Okay, now we're good here. So yeah, so you can see the limits on the throttle. If you're always in the red, so gone are the days where, you know, in fighting, everybody's constantly hitting that red line. Because the more you, this is what my understanding of engineering, the more you hit that red line, hey, you run the risk of that engine just going kapoof. Or that power plant. You run the risk of your coolers going kapoof because you're overheating everything. You know, especially if you use the boost, you know, the afterburners. You start hitting those beasts, man, you got some issues coming your way. Look at this ship. She's such a good-looking ship. I can't complain about her. So I'm probably going to get rid of my Mantis. I have a Mantis, too. I got the Mantis not because I like to interdict people. I just got it because I love the look of the ship. And this ship really, it's fine. This ship is awesome. I remember when I was early in the game, one of the guys in the org had one, and he broke it out and showed it to me. I was like, wow, I like this ship. And for sure, it's a cool ship. It really is. Supposedly not the strongest, but see, I'm more of a PvE player. I don't want to deal with, you know, the bullshit of PvP. You know, if I get into, you know, if I get into it with a player, yeah, I'm going to fight to the finish. But, you know, anytime you have a PvP game, you're going to have toxicity. And personally, I don't want to hear the toxicity. I really don't. I'm just, at my age, and I'm an old guy, you know, I'm an OG gamer. I had an original Atari 2600. And we got the Intellivision. When Intellivision first came out, I'll date you, I was at least 13 years old. 13 or 14 when that thing came out. So, you know, Atari was just a year or two before that. And, you know, I've been gaming since then. And actually, my cousins had the actual, when they ported or made a machine. I think Magnavox was the manufacturer of it. This is when Magnavox actually made shit here in the U.S. And it was called Pong. It was the same Pong game that we had at the pizza parlors that took over pizza parlors by storm. I mean, we were paying 25 cents a game to play Pong. And 25 cents in early 70s dollars, okay? So that 25 cents is like, we were paying like $1.25. Well, what is a candy bar? I could get a candy bar back in the day for 15 cents. A Hershey bar was 15 cents for me. And then minor candies, like the cheaper candy bars, not Hershey's or what have you, and that lot and stuff like that. Am I slowing down? No, I got full cruise control on. Shut it down. Okay. Get a little red in the face there. But, yeah, I mean, so I'm dating myself, and I mean, when I was a kid, you know, growing up in the middle, late 60s, well, I was born in the early 60s. I'm the last of a baby boomer, so that's my age. And you know, I don't mind dealing with it. That, you know, and it's not really toxic because you don't have too many people talking to you. You know, you may get teabagged in Battlefield, but I don't mind that. You know, in Battlefield, you know, if you got a good team and a good group, even without communications, you're running together and you know your role, in the character that you chose, man, you're good to go in that game. I think that's a pad that I can fuel up on. But now my question is do I have something here? So we're going to go in. We'll go in and refuel at each
Landing
of these
complete.
stations.
Have a pleasant stay.
Okay, I'm assuming it's going to be up here, yes. Yes, yes. No, no.
That request has already been granted.
Well, give me a marker, fellas. It's out here. And of course, it's always on the opposite side. Why can't you guys just make things easy? We're rambunctious there, aren't we? Come on, buddy. Come on.
Thank you. Please visit again.
So, you know, I'm at that age where I don't want to, you know, have to deal with, you know, people. You know, I'm trying to do a mission, a PvE mission, and you have outsiders that can just show and shoot you in the back. If I want to do that, I'm going to go do Arc Raiders. I'm going to go do Tarkov. A stupid game like that where, oh, okay, yeah, I got to get this stuff, go against PvE, and go against, you know, players. You know, so they should separate that, which they supposedly are going to do, but all the good componentry is hidden behind PvP walls. Player versus player walls. Whereas the game was originally concepted as you against the verse. You know, the public verse, the public universe. But is what it is. So anywho, with engineering coming out, I really don't know how it's going to work out. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm looking to the point to where I'm probably going to be stuck in my small ship because I don't want to go out there, have a bunch of stuff on me, and have, oh, my power plant critical mass. That's what happens when you get shot in the front, in the nose of your ship. You go to instant critical mass. You don't get a like we have soft death right now. I prefer that over what they've got coming. Now, soft death and the ability to continue to repair, yes. But if they hit you in the nose, there's no soft death. It's all of a sudden you're at critical mass. Your power plant's at critical mass. And that has been shown in video. In video. And now, supposedly, they've made it to where, you know, made it even easier to destroy the power plant because hull damage also damages your power plant. Which I guess that has to go through your armor, but you know, their armor, their hull, their shield setup is so out of whack. You know, I'm of the mindset there's no way in God's green earth that a squadron of fighters with, you know, size 3s, maybe size 4s can deal some damage, and size 5s can deal damage, but not at the scale of what they do now. These little fighters against like a Perseus. 3 little fighters easily, and even 1 little fighter. You know, as long as you can get out the PDs, whatever those personal defense weapons, the PDWs that are on the ships, as long as they can knock those out or avoid them, they're going to destroy you. And they should make it to where, hey, at that level or at that size, okay, there's nothing here. That's good. That's all I want to see. At that size of gun, you should barely be able to knock down the shields on a capital killer like the Perseus, on a heavy fighter like the like this ship right here. Now, how come sometimes it's there and then other times I gotta dip down and do it? I mean, this is, as a designer, that's how I would think it. I would think that, you know, I remember when the Ion first came out, this was one of my big complaints because they nerfed the Ion to the point where it was so it used to be like, it was sold to us to pledge for it, the sniper of the verse. You can't escape this ship because it is a sniper. So what happened? Well, the complaint was that ship can one-shot, say, an arrow. And it should be able to one-shot an arrow. I'm sorry. That ship has a size 7 gun. Size 7. We're not talking like, you know, size 5s. A single size 7 cannon going against a small fighter. The cannon is bigger than the fighter that's firing at it. So that energy projectile is at least a third to a quarter the size of that ship. And, you know, it would take maybe 2 shots to destroy a ship. And they were angry. And I was like, well, why are you going after a heavy fighter in a light fighter? See, a light fighter, unless he's a good pilot, and this was back in the days before Master Modes, everybody jousted except for the good pilots. The good pilots knew how to make an angle, create that angle, then come in and merge into them. And then the idea was to, just like in real dogfighting, get onto the tail or the backside of your opponent, not go head on head, you know, in a jousting. Which jousting is not, you know, it's how I fight even in the game today. Because as well, it's how it's taught. Now occasionally you'll see me, I'll do a mission when we get in the Nix where we'll go get a box and take a box to one of the places that we got to go. And I'll show you. You know, with some ships I can get on them and start following them in the rear, but the first one I gotta kill one, because as soon as you start locking on one, the other guy starts shooting you in the ass, and, you know, whenever they give you multiple ships, and it's hard to separate them. They seem to stay together.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Oh, did I even? Let me make sure I did that. I think I did. Yeah. Okay, yeah, we did it. We're good.
Take off.
And let's see here. I hope I have my jump drive. Let's see here.
Thank you, and please visit again.
See, I don't see my jump drive. I should have. But it's not showing the deal. It's probably going to make me buy another one, which has happened with this ship. It just makes me buy another. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. All right. My jump drive's in. Zeus. See, I always want to go into that thing, not realizing. See, what's cool too is that these are actual. Eventually, I think these are going to be active buildings, so that'll be cool. Now back to the nice Titan Gladiator. He's turned on me. And he jumped, or no? I got out of his way. So what's that? Okay, there's a Mantis. Is that an F8? Yep. Ooh, jeez. Okay, Kansas is going bye-bye. But I don't think they're ready to release engineering. They shouldn't be releasing it right now. They should have at least the blades active. You know? Then at least you can have crappy gunners, and you can have an AI blade doing the repairs that you might have to jump out and help, right? Nix. You know, I can do without these sparkles. The little sparkles. That's just a graphic they don't need in this. Damn, I hit. I didn't want to hit. I'm gonna hit again. I'm way on the wrong side of this. We're okay now. We're coming out of it. We're coming out of it. We're gonna go up. Oh, hit the left side, man. Don't want to hit the port wing. Take that. Don't want to scrape. Don't want to scrape. Scratching my nose. Here too, just to see what we've got. We got anything here that we're gonna collect? Even though my turtles are going bye-bye, I still like to collect turtles whenever I can. Now, my turtle that's here, his name is Nixie because I got him in Nix.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
I think it's this one. It's not the one in the back, I hope. They always... I don't know why they don't just give you the one that you're closest to. Let me see. Is this one opening? No, it's the one in the back. So I wish I had Tobii eye tracking even in third person. That would be nice. See, I got Pyro. I can't remember what all the stations.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
And we'll just refuel. See, I can't remember. I've only been here, you know, to these places the last couple of days, but I can't remember all the places I went to. And a lot of them are new. And we'll fix that. We'll take that. Okay, take that. Let's go check our. Oh, I bet you my controller turned off. Nope, it didn't. Thankfully. Oh, I didn't get out. Let's get out of the seat. I did. I did switch my weaponry out. I did what I was setting out to do last night, which is pull off all the rare weapons and stuff. So my NBDs are stored and off this ship. Remember, I had NBDs. I went ahead and put the attritions on because even if these disappear, I can go buy more attritions, even though I hate it. I can't go to Hurston. Gotta go to Lorville. My plan is possibly to look at this. Look at all this stuff. Look at that. Okay, so we can take all this. That's half my backpack. I think that'll be mostly everything. Now, and what we can do, let's do this. Hopefully I don't get watched. I'm going to get blown up with all my stuff that I went to go collect just to, so I can say, yep. I don't know. It's one of those, now, this is, not a sexual term for those of you who hear this. It's a psychology term. I am anal retentive in the fact that I gotta, in this game, if I got stuff over here and I'm getting ready to shut down, and I know it's getting ready to renew, I'll come collect all my gear. If I move gear all over the verse, I'll go back and get it. That's why I don't normally move a lot of my gear around, but perhaps my next deal, let's see, retrieval, courier needed, FTL. I haven't completed a red wind version of this. Let's check my rep just to see where I'm at. Let's see here. I'm getting up to neutral, and then I'll be an applicant. And this head contractor and elite contractor. So let's see what happens when we get to applicant if they give us more. So we're going to go ahead and keep working these. Let's keep working those.
Yeah, we'll keep working those. Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, let's do this one. Okay. And I gotta go to Levski, which is where I do want to head to. I don't think I have any much more stuff out here. I could have swore though I had some things in. I got another turtle sitting somewhere. I think. Maybe not. See, now sometimes that square is there, sometimes it's not. But now I gotta dip down. There it is. Maybe if I back up, or maybe if I went closer to it. I don't know. We'll figure it out next landing. Okay, so we've got a mission to go to. Should be tracking, and we're gonna do. Oh, actually, call to arms is only for ground players. Ooh, gotta be careful about hitting that there. Put this here. Alright, let me get in the seat. What time is it? Okay, I'm gonna get halfway here, and then I'll probably land. Well, I'll finish this mission for sure. Well, so far as CIG will let you, right? Oh man, my keyboard's right in the way here. I got an independent keyboard stand because I actually have a cockpit set up for both sim racing and this game. And actually, it's one of the best things I've ever done. It gives you more immersion because now joysticks are like right there. And I didn't buy the most expensive unit. I bought the cheapest profile tubing unit you could buy on Amazon, which is I think it was like $3.99 or $4.99 with a seat. So it has a seat. Whereas you normally look at these things, they're like $1,200 bucks. $900 to $1,200 for an entry level one. All right, so.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Shields are off.
Oops! Don't hit that. I haven't hit them in a while, but if you hit those, I think they just start shooting the hell out of you. So let's go get this so we can take it to Levski. Maybe I'll get out. I gotta go water my trees. I just planted my plants that are still out that need to be planted.
Drive is now on.
See how much fuel this burns. That's 41 gigameters away. Or as we like to say, 40 grandmas. Those are grannies. But this is what I want a game that I can fly around, not worry about my ship in the 30th century being worse than a piece of shit from the 70s or 1970s, the 20th century. In the 70s or the 20th century. I mean, your ships are going to break down. All in the name of, oh, we think it'll be fantastic gameplay. And there are so many apologists saying, oh, that's going to be fantastic gameplay. Okay, maybe in a fully, maybe. I think one of the best questions put was by another guy who's not an apologist for this game. He says, who wants to spend their day being an engineer in a ship when they have a hangar full of ships they pledged? Because most of us, even in our org, we all have multi-pledge, you know, setups. I mean, you know, we got one guy who's got a Legolas pack and that $15,000 pack. You know, the $48,000 and the $15,000 pack. He likes this game so much. You know, or saw the vision, but even he's like, fuck, man, I don't know. You know, he has the expendable income to do it, so that's fine. You know, different strokes for different folks. I don't have that expendable income, but for my income, I do have a lot invested in this game. And I don't want to have a situation where, got a new loot for you guys. Oh, by the way, you guys that gave us a lot of money, okay? You wing commanders, you know, almost a Praetorian. I'm right there. Right there. I'm going to get myself that gold F8. You know, you guys, fuck you. That's what they're saying, pretty much. Pardon my French. For those of you with sensitive ears, I meant fudge you. I'm sorry. Fudge. Fudge. Melt that thread. So here we're gonna have some. At least we'll have some fighting. And I'm going to try and see if I can maneuver without overheating my ship. You know, obviously it's not going to do it. But engineering, I'm telling you, engine wear is a thing. Or power plant wear. Cooler wear. You know, I don't even know if you go land on a pad when you repair your ship, if it repairs all that. It might. It should. But for sure, we are heading to a realm in. And look, I think it'll be all right once they get the blades in there, but how far away are we from blades? How far are we away from being able to hire NPC crews, right? How far away are we from that? You know? I mean, they don't even have working elevators in this game. The elevators are, at the time, bugged. Now, their fix is that they have an override. It's not a fix that, okay, it works right. You'll go in and you'll see like a long loading screen that, you know, the thing can't pick up. The elevator won't pick you up. So you got to, and this is today in this patch, you got to back out and then go back in. So it's kind of like an override syndrome, but you shouldn't have to go back and go back in. Or if you ever watched me with the whole C, pulling in that big old bright green square box, and it won't unload you, even though you're frozen. You know, oh, sorry, we can't help you if you're moving. I'm not moving. Really? Can I target him with my torp? No. So this is going to be a little mining ship. So these are easier to. He hasn't moved towards me yet. If I can get a missile fired at him, that'll be fun. So see how you have that red up there? You can only hit it if you hit your afterburner. See, now that's cooking my power plant. Even though this meter's not in there, I'm pulling at that rate.
Radar contact.
Too far. Where's the other one?
Acquired.
Come on, give me a lock.
Target acquired. Shields
Oh, shit.
damaged.
Okay, let's go chase this guy and get on this wheel. So I got another guy on my ass. He's hurt bad. Okay, he's done.
Shields damaged.
Oh shit. Who's on? Yeah, it's him. Okay, he's in a more nimble ship than me. And these guys will run into you. That's what I want to hit him with that cannon.
Shield is down. Shields damaged. Enemy down.
Okay, so he did some damage to me. So look at that whole damage I got. And that was trying to fight with, you know, linking up to him. Generally the best way to do that is just blow by and come back at him. The jousting. But that's how they used to fight against the Ion. So imagine a small fighter going head to head against a size 7 cannon. Or a size 7 ballistic Gatling gun. And they were complaining that they were getting blown up. Now this is one of my old gripes that I've had with this game. Because I don't think, I think CIG should say, look dude, it's a fucking heavy ship. If you go head on with a gun that's designed to take down capital ships, yeah, and you get shot in a light fighter, yeah, it's not good. Generally what you should have, you know, you shouldn't have one light fighter going after a ship of that magnitude. That's the type of ship that you want to have, let's put some landing gear down so we got slower maneuverability. That's the type of ship you want to deal with, I wonder what that is. Oh, that's an empty box. I was going to say, I wonder if those boxes are full. And I've not found any, loot in these, deals. Okay, I'm just going to freeze here. Let's go get it. But they nerfed the daylights out of that gun. Look at this, man. I got smoke and everything coming through my ship. I don't think I had... Let me make sure I got my helmet on. Okay, we got a helmet on. We're good. We're good, boys. Okay, we're going downstairs. Oh, jeez, don't run into that. It's my landing gear. So I've looked for loot, extra loot, but I haven't found any. I'll just look in this room just to see if there's any. Yeah, I've been through all those rooms too. There's nothing there. Let's grab the box. We got the box. Isn't that a good looking ship? Look at that ship. Single fighter, heavy fighter. A lot of the heavy fighters have their own, you know, so you can just live out here in this ship. Can't heal yourself, you know, except with the hand medical supplies that you can do. Okay, we'll do this. Let's see if I can do this. If I move out. See, I can't crouch or... What? Okay, so we'll do it this way. And then I learned, I kept messing up with these. All you have to do is put them in the hangar. What's that right there? Okay. Alright. So, of course, this ship has all the weak shields now on it.
Shields off.
Now we're heading to Levski. See if we got anything to pick up at Levski. Well, let me jump to it. It says it will. That's a big sun up ahead there, though. I like Levski.
Auto-drive.
We'll cruise around Levski a little bit. Landing gear should go up, right?
Landing gear raised.
One of my biggest concerns with the new patch is also, how will mining be affected by this engineering? Because I do a lot of solo mole mining. Am I going to go through that sun? Am I safe to go through that? Let's see what this is about, huh? Oh, there's going to be some heat going on here, right? Jeez, come on. There we go.
Auto fuel
Oh,
is at
went right by it, huh? I guess I did. We just skimmed the edge of it. See, I can go through that, but I can't have shields? We definitely need to load up on quantum fuel. Well, it's only half. It's just over half. Gone. I'll have to listen to my volumes. Figure out how loud I am. How quiet I am. You know, I've been working in the backyard so much. My I'm in what I call my gaming media smoking room. I smoke a lot of cigars. I puff a lot of cigars. I don't actually inhale the smoke, so I don't smoke them. The cigar does all the smoking. I just puff them. But I've been so busy with the backyard that
Auto-drive is now off.
I got all the equipment I want to use. Oh, shit, this is so beat up. So this redness that you're seeing in my ship, I would be on fire and flaming. So I would have to literally get up out of my ship to try and fix it, which means you got to run from the fight. So it's going to prolong the fights. What they're also finding with the fighting with these ships is the fact that it costs more to recoup your weaponry than what they're paying out. Like that right there paid out 32K. This mission's like a 32K mission, all right? You know, I've got repairs. I'm gonna have fuel. I'm gonna have weapons. You know, I got the ballistic cannon, the 2 ballistic cannons on here, size 5 ballistics, and then I have my missiles. I fired at least 1 missile. I don't know why these missiles don't lock. They're having an issue with missiles locking. See, the lock should be solid. What's that guy? That is that a buck? It's a buck. It's a good little ship, too. I remember when that used to be my favorite fighter. It was a aluminum foil, but man, if you gunned it up right, oh, she was a beast. You just had to get the jump on them, you know, especially arrows. So you can see I can go all the way into the red, but I'm not taking my engine there.
Shields are.
Here now, you're restricted from going into red. Now this is also the fight speed that you get, but you can sure take it up there, and that's what it is. You don't want to. You can blast it up there, but you don't want to hold it in the red for very long. So your afterburners are like this if you want your engines to last. But when all hell's breaking loose, sometimes you just gotta press them all the way for the last for a while. So I think this next patch, so I'm gonna move here, just to be someplace different. I'm just gonna move here. That's a Gladius. That's one of the best fighters in the game right there. It's also a tough fighter, especially in good hands. In good hands, oh my gosh. So my hangars will be here. Looking at the right side of it too. So fly through. You gotta watch out because there's always those ne'er-do-wells that are flying through here. I mean, I can fly through here, but I just want to get the cinematic. This thing is huge. This cabin. These are the outdoor pads out here. Or not here, but there are some outdoor pads. You can take elevators to and go out the airlocks to. Defensive turrets. Oops. Those are not hangars, but they should be. See, these should be outdoor landing pads. Just to make it sorry for making you dizzy. Kind of made myself dizzy. Yeah, watch out for rocks in the shadows. So this is like a civilized, glorified version of Grimhex. I like Grimhex too, simply because of the remoteness and how industrious it is. And it used to, believe it or not, and you can make that your home base too. It used to actually sell some of the best armor and guns before they start hiding them behind the PvP wall. This is the asteroid which Levski Station's built. So you won't be able to do this with the ship. You know, just hitting the thrusters, maxing out the engine. And this cockpit has a really good view, which is cool. It's Connie. big asteroid itself. Perseus, I just lurking. Where's that guy go? He's taking off. Say F8. Prowler. I like the Prowler utility. You said the original Prowler. It's worthless. Dropships are. It's going to be a while before dropship gameplay comes into play. Just get my request. There you go. I can only imagine that repair bill is going to go higher. It'll probably go up to the value of your components. So when you get into a battle with engineering and you have damaged components, it's going to exponentially. So let's say you have a 50,000 AUEC power plant. You know, if it's minor damage, maybe cost you an additional 10,000, 12,000, 15,000 to repair. If it's completely damaged, say you got a completely damaged component that needs to be replaced beyond repair, but got you there, yeah, you're going to be probably looking at the just barely under the full purchase price of a brand new one. Oh, cut me out. There we go. So we got our fancy box. Oh, hold on here. This one still has a travel zone, so I gotta carry this one in, I think. .5 kilometers away. That means there's a box I gotta go to. Generally. Let's see. And then we'll check the storage. Here's the problem with these boxes and stuff. Make it hard for you to. Let's go to, I think, customs. That's right. Okay, so 67, 64, 8 up. So that means I need another. Nancy's. Okay, so 50 meters up. Which one's here? There we go. Go up one level and get off. So set it up. We're just starting to learn these things. I just noticed that arrow pointing up.
You're now approaching station momentarily. Stand clear of disembarking passengers.
Oh, that's perfect. right here? Okay. Look at that. So better up we get. Isn't that this?
How are you getting by?
Oh, FLT. FTL. Okay, so I'm almost halfway. I think I was back here. Is that all I get to do
That's not
while I'm neutral?
You can't
Because
control
I'm sure
that.
these missions
Just
get
gotta
a
live it the
little
best
bit
you
bigger
can.
and harder with
Take it a day at a time, right?
you know, where you're gonna want to be in a well-equipped fighter.
No point even thinking about it. I'd sooner cut off my own arm than deal with a member of the UEE. You can vote.
How you doing?
No history, huh?
How's life been treating
Do
you?
what you gotta do.
These rumors about the UEE are a load of bull. When you've been around as long as I have, you realize that these kind of conversations come and
Let's see.
go.
Wanted to put it like that myself, but I get what you mean.
If I had my my other ship, and I should have brought my Asgard out here just to test it against those other ships too, and it can take a beating, supposedly.
Been trying to teach some new arrivals how to weld a pipe back together, and I'll tell you, if this is the best the next generation has to offer, we are all screwed. Useless.
Okay, on our way out, we'll accept this
Absolutely
one, too.
useless. These kids couldn't tell a multi-tool from a multi-wrench.
Alright.
That's how it goes, right?
I think I've been to this shop. Wow, the colors are going all wonky. What's the cargo shop? What you guys doing here?
People are going on and on about seeing the UEE here, but so what?
I like how the colors
They've always been
shift
keeping
back
tabs
when
on
you get
us. And you know
Stanton
why?
or
Because we
that was Darkest Pyro though. Oh, nice
they
windows.
could learn a thing.
It's the first place I've seen with just little pocket windows. Do we have anything here? No. Which of you guys is going down? You is, okay.
How are you getting by?
Getting by pretty well.
These rumors about the UEE are a load of bull.
Approaching
You've been
station.
around as long as I
Stand
have.
clear of
See the
distant
ugliest
lines.
These kind of
NPCs?
conversations
Hopefully they make the chicks.
Gotta take things
That
a day
was
at a time,
hideous.
right?
Alright, let's see.
The capsule will be leaving the station momentarily.
Yep. Central lift. No, next one. Hello. Mercy Hospital. Oh, that reminds me, I gotta change out my. Jeez, look at that pretty armor. So they used to have armors, not just like that one, but similar in coloring, but they pulled them out because now you got to do like a bunch of to get these armors, you got to do a bunch of stuff to get them. It's almost like, dare I say, World of Warcraft, RuneScape, where you can get Oh, I got the chest, dude. So. This guy's got some armor like that too. This is probably like a week below, or it could have been a bot armor. I don't know. I'm trying to think what it says.
Vehicle selected. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location. Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Yeah.
Welcome
Ship.
to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Oh, it's still out.
You'll please visit us again. Goodbye.
I've never done an investigation out here. Early investigations early when I started playing were always out at the double check. Just make sure nothing. Just shouldn't have any fighting. It isn't. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. So what you gotta do is you gotta do. Are we fueled?
Engines are off. Quantum fuel is at 100%. Take off.
Star Lancer, it's a Star Lancer. No, it's a Red Lancer. Or Star, it's Star Lancer. Oh, what did he hit? Did I just, desynced? This guy's all over the place. So this is, I think, attack. This is the actual weaponized. This one's cool. It's got a two-bed medical bay. Seems like a ship this size has a medical bay, but the Perseus, nope. And they take about the same amount of crew. Let's narrow it down. Then we're gonna head to the Pyro Gate after this and see what this is.
Shields are off.
And we're gonna make a quick 12K. goes with my my RSI medevac. They have a similar layout. Go with the Perseus. So I have the Polaris as well. I don't like how the Polaris is just laid out.
Shields are on.
If I have to fight out here. It's probably a rock. It is. Ship out here. There it is. Barely see it. Ship. Clicks in. Confirm status. Well, apparently it looks like they're floating out here, so I'm gonna assume space temperature. Yeah, they assume the temperature of the vacuum. Go to rec site, Glacium, Marine, search for Kelvin. Okay, I'm looking for Kelvin. Kelvin? Is there another place? I'm assuming it's here. I don't want to go search here. Search this. I don't know if that's a player or not. I don't think it is. It's white. What a ship loaded up here. Looks like a Connie. Yeah, it's a Connie for sure.
Docking request initiated. Docking unavailable. Landing gear deployed.
Would you say docking's unavailable? Look at it. That docking collar's wide open. Alright, I'm assuming I have to search here. That's an F8. It's been damaged too. First things first, make sure we got our mask on. You. So mask. Yeah. I don't think I have to take anything anywhere. I think once we get done with this, we just have to power generate. Get out of this crazy place. I remember the old cave ones. It took so long to find a person. You had to go way down in these caves. Everyone's stuck there. Backwards. There we go. Here. Through that little hangar. This looks like a, I don't want to go backwards. So, bunch of people to go this shit. did I get bumped back so far? Here's the midsection. Here. Okay, there it is. Not him? It's gotta be him. Nice, got myself $12,000. 12,000 Somalians. How you rep for that? Who gives you credit for that? Alright, power gate ready. Also here. There's where I left. We're on Stanton. That's where we came from. There's a gate. What's that, Pyro? Is there another gateway anywhere? We'll definitely need to refuel up. Probably don't have to, but we'll want to. I got plenty of fuel. Talk about, man, this ship can get around. Huh. I like this ship.
Shields are off.
Shoot, I gotta look at it. Oh, it's just took off like there was nothing around me.
Landing gear raised. Quantum drive is now on.
Yeah. flying around more in ships like this than anything, so I got some cool ships like this. I think the MX version of the Guardian, I still do not understand how they justified not putting a bed in that ship so you can bed log. I think the QI you should be able to bed log in, if any ship, because it should be carrying a big old giant quantum buster. But nonetheless, man, some of the ship designs are pretty damn cool. Size 5s paired with 4 size 4s. Just packs a wallet. Packs a wallet. Should just go flying around my microtech.
You are clear to launch. Thank you. And please visit again.
These are the jump modules I bought. Extras. Those I don't need to. I just bought them to have them here at the station in case I did a switch on a quantum drive and didn't realize it. So I should be good to go. Look. Like this ship, it has a little kitchenette, called the coffee bar, the stimulant bar. Bed. I think this is a bathroom. No, shoilet. Does it have a shoilet? I don't think it does. No. Nope. They cheaped out on my model. But I do have a bidet, so I got a shower for my ass. So. It's not a shoilet. Not an official shoilet. It's okay. It's a fighter. I'm not here to look pretty and smell pretty. We're here to kill and break things. So this will be where all my engineering is going to go. I'm going to have to use my 20th century fire hydrant. And actually the technology comes from, I think, as early as the 18th, but for sure the 19th century they had their own water versions. Oh, hey, let's see if I got some here. I want to put a fuse in here. Yes, I do have a fuse, sir.
Thank you.
And I'm going to place it in there. So I got double fuses running. See, that's another thing that I think people, I don't know if one's an extra, but they're both connected. They show connectors on both of them. I think it behooves you to run double fuses in your ship. So, get a chance to get out there and get cracking, get yourself some fuses. It's not expensive. It don't cost much. What's back here? Yeah, what is that? Oh, okay, my coolers. What's this? Look at that. Oh, it's my little easy bake convection oven. I don't have a microwave. It's my little built-in convection. Shields. What would go there? No appropriate item. Interesting. Apparently something's going to go there. And this you just got to hit just right to find it. Or did I have to do this? I opened it up one time. I only opened it once. That's why I'm doing that. Up and down. What's that? See, now it's not even working. There it is. So I had to stand way back here again. So you got storage here. Storage down there. Bed. A seat. Get our butts moving.
Engines are on. Quantum fuel is at.
You are clear to launch. Thank you, and please visit again.
Is there any type of a ridiculous mission, perhaps, going to Pyro? So we did a missing persons. Hawk Crow. Or Hawkrow. So let's find out what Hawkrow is. Okay, let's find out Hawkrow. There they are, Hawkrow Agency. They're neutral. They go all the way to elite contractors. See, this will be fun to do in that. Just to go fly around the place. Oh. So there's any contracts in it. Probationary. Oh. Well, I don't want to deliver to it, but look at that. Got a black box recovery mission. We're just doing that one we just did. So I can only imagine what these turn into. These will turn into FPS shooters, possibly. Mercenary. At least, you know, you got all this stuff. Tracker licenses. So, those would be suitable for us.
Shields armor.
So some is a jump. Just you can tell there's somebody in the ship because you give you their name, which I think they should have kept in the game. say empty. If you have capacitors and energy weapons, shoot them down and make them have to charge up. I guess it takes more wear and tear.
Exit approved. Safe travels. Service complete. Connection terminating.
Engines are off.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Please visit us again.
Now, I think I went to, was it Ruin? My deliveries.
Engines are on.
Exit approved. Safe travels. Service complete. Connection terminating.
talking into a muted mic. Okay, so we're gonna head to Ruin. I was sitting there going through trying to find it manually, and then I realized, oh, well, I can just type it. I said that out loud.
Shields are on.
It's about 8 minutes. Clear that asteroid. There you go. What do you think? What do you think? Where's the sun at? Is it there?
Auto drive.
Alright, I'm gonna go grab something to drink. Be right back. almost there. They have a great soundtrack for this game. The soundtrack is incredible. Put a lot of money into the soundtrack and the Squadron 42 actors that they hired. Some good people in there. Well, acting wise. Personally, who knows? It's quite the flight. It's one of the longer flights I've done this patch.
Auto drive is now on. Auto drive is now off.
Can't fly too fast through here.
Shields are on.
We are going into a hangar because we don't know.
Arrival complete. Welcome.
Landing gear deployed.
Arrival complete. Welcome.
First stop and home. I didn't refuel. Anything. Negative. Right here. My target dog is here. Hello, Miss Sweet Pea. That. Yes. I'll be out there in a moment. We're almost done.
Engines are on. Quantum fuel is at.
You are clear to leave.
Take off.
Landing gear raised.
That's a wolf.
Thank you for visiting. Safe travels.
Never really been here. The planet looks cool too. I'm wondering if it's good to mine. So I'm gonna stand here. Anyways. Can we make that? 826. Oh, that must not be as far as what it just said it was. Set that. Well, it is. Definitely be fueling up again.
Shields are off.
that skin. Or paint, whatever you want to call it. It's that copper with that green hue. a 7.5-minute flight. Just think I could fight a fire while doing this. Or my ship will just shut down. Let's go fix it. In the middle of nowhere. So, see, they have both the hauling level, where you get to master, and they have the standing. So some of these are just standing. So this is like, this is the hauling. This one
this one standing.
All the way. Obelix is hauling. See the palm trees standing. They got work.
Auto drive is now off.
Service complete. Connection terminating. Service complete. Connection terminating. Exit approved. Safe travels. Service complete. Connection terminating.
its glow out in the distance. It's just getting closer and closer. Better number again. 15. Central mass is just going to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's like flying up to Jupiter. And we are still 7.3 gigameters away. And you can see that. So
Quantum drive is now on.
there's flying barges right there. You used to be able to. But they're moving platforms. Certainly draw a bit. I'll let you go down that low now.
Shields.
it's. two separate. Like that.
Okay, looks like we have a space for you. Orison Landing. Oh, hello. I still have your space assigned. You should be good to go. Thank you again for visiting Orison. Orison Landing. Oh, hello. I still have your space assigned. You should be good to go. Thank you again for visiting Orison. That should do it. We'll be sure to look after your vehicle during your time at Orison.
Yeah. My home base. Alright, well, we're here. I think I'm going to call it. Probably tomorrow evening. Until then, take care and have a great night.